Hello my dingle doodles and howdy schmoodles, my name's NoodleHouse and we are back on Kotodama. And Mikoto's hand stops as she drops her phone after we finally broke her mind. We broke down the lies and we can now find out more. Looks like I managed to pull it off. Things weren't going well with my boyfriend, but I just couldn't give up on him. You see, my boyfriend likes fortune telling. He does everything his horoscope tells him to. What an idiot, huh? So I blackmailed Tanaka. Blackmail is always a good way to go. So I blackmailed Tanaka to make sure his Sakura horoscopes would benefit me. A year ago, when Tanaka was the... Yay! Chapter 4 words collector. We got all the words from Chapter 4. A year ago, when Tanaka was the clock tower angel, he gave me advice for my boyfriend troubles. And I was shocked. I followed the directions on my fortune and my boyfriend troubles got better. I kept coming back to Tanaka for advice. But he wanted to quit being the clock tower angel. He said he liked fortune telling but hated having to give pointless romance advice over and over. So I suggested the Sakura persona to him, and he was quickly on board. I tried to put an end to the angel rumor. We worked together and made Sakura popular. I figured that way I could have Tanaka's real fortune telling all to myself. And our plan worked out. The rumor of the clock tower angel fell into oblivion, and Sakura rose from its ashes. And then my boyfriend became a Sakura fan too. Ironic, huh? Then, when I was struck by a fiendish idea, I could exploit my boyfriend's passion for fortune telling and be a general bitch. So I asked Tanaka to do it, but he refused. Despite all that, I had helped him before. So I blackmailed him. I threatened to tell everyone our little secret that Sakura was in fact Tanaka. And then everyone would bug him for pointless romance advice, leaving him no free time for himself. So Tanaka had no choice but to cave in. But why? Why when the fortune's right eye work? I wrote that he had to be nice to me today, so why? I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Wakawa starts sobbing. Press. Tanaka, is what Asagiri said true? Yeah, pretty much. Things were fine when we just started doing Sakura. But right around when Sakura got popular, things turned sour. Regardless, I'm still thankful for what Wakaba's done. You see, I like having alone time. I just love slipping out of class and lazing around in this room, I see. The room of the clock tower angel took away that precious alone time, so it frustrated me. But she solved the problem of mine. And I gotta say, it was a shock when she started blackmailing me. So why did you tell us about her wish to go up on the roof? Oh, that? Because my fortune told me to. Your fortune did? Yeah, but did. My fortunes are super accurate, don't you know? Okay. Whatever you say. Quack. Quack. My phone's Quacker app was acting up, apparently. The next day, after class, when I open the club room door, I find Nanami squatting down in front of Liverpoon. Ah, Schmip, what am I doing? I'm just trying to talk with Liverpoon, not doing anything. Hey, stop looking at me like that. Liverpoon's been watching over the Occult Research Club this whole time, you know. You worried about Wakaba? Yeah, she hasn't responded to any of my messages. You see, the same thing happened with Mikoto, but I pushed her off the top of the roof when that happened, so, I mean, I guess this is kind of different. She suddenly gave me the cold shoulder and disappeared, you know, after I pushed her off the roof. The name of the club president's been afflicted with the curse of Mikoto, you know, me pushing her off of things. Nanami shakes her head. But I'm sure everything will be fine now. Let's just wait for her to pop up. As soon as Nanami shows her optimism, the door closes. Opens even. Press. Oh, it's just Kujo-kun. What are you doing with that anatomical model? Alright, I haven't told you about him, huh? Since you're so interested in the 7 mysteries, I'm sure you like him. His name's Liverpoon, and Nanami begins her familiar spiel about Liverpoon. And inevitably, Kujo don't give no shit. Clock Tower Angel was an unfortunate rumor. Unfounded rumor. Okay, Quacker update complete. Is it really okay to just write it off as an unfounded rumor? Ba-da-ba-ba. Fortune telling should be enjoyed in moderation. Sometimes it all works out, but it's not healthy to take it too seriously. So it's for the best if we just write it off as an unfounded rumor. Is something wrong, Kagura? Did you eat something unpleasant? I never thought I'd hear that from you. Hey, what do you mean by that? Anyway, how has Asagiri been? Not the most subtle attempt to change the subject. Well, she's been managing, but it sure was rough before she stopped crying. I see. I didn't think I'd ever see Asagiri cry like that. Suddenly, the door clatters open. A wheezing Wakaba comes in. Prez, it feels so good to get out off my chest. I broke up with my boyfriend. You did what? Yeah, we broke up. Now I'm finally free. I'm so sorry about yesterday. Don't worry about it, but next time don't be afraid to talk when something's up, okay? Nanami, thank you so much. Sorry to you too, Kujo. I'm glad you came back. Kagura is quite a handful for us to handle by ourselves. True that. Hey, you guys are so mean. That's not true at all. I agree with Kujo wholeheartedly. You're also mean. The Occult Research Club just isn't the same without Wakaba, is it? Hey, welcome back, Prez. Yeah, it's good to be back. Yeah, The Curse of Mikoto. June 29th. When I open the door to the club room, Kujo's already there. Yo, Kujo, you're practically a regular here now. Excuse me? I'm busier than I look. Anyway, I actually have a favor to ask of you three today. As we discussed the other day, I too have been investigating the 7 mysteries and would like to collaborate with you. So let's work together. Kujo bows his head. Okay, Kujo can we work with you, so please lift your head. Yeah, Kujo, it's not like you to bow your head like that, you know? The next mystery I want your club to investigate is the Curse of Mikoto. Or rather, the reason why Mikoto committed suicide. Wait, the reason Mikoto committed suicide? Kujo, you saying you've been looking into that yourself? Yeah, I've been trying to investigate it myself, but nobody will tell me anything. It's like they're walking on eggshells around me. So I'd like to employ the help of the Occult Research Club and the murderer to find out why she was murdered. I don't know about that. What do you think, Nanami? I don't see the problem. I mean, Kujo, I pushed her off the roof. So Kujo-kun was Mikoto's boyfriend. He wants to know why I killed her. I mean, why she fell off the roof by herself, totally an accident. Hey, come on, Nanami. We're the Occult Research Club, remember? We're investigating the curse of me killing Mikoto. I mean, the curse of Mikoto. So while we're at it, we might as well investigate the death of me killing Mikoto too. Thank you. I don't mind if it's not the primary investigation. I appreciate the effort. By the way, did you mention something about killing Mikoto? No, nothing. Fine, what exactly do you want us to do? I want you to ask people around campus how she was doing before she committed suicide. And if possible, I want you to look into her suicide note. Her suicide note? The one that I know everything about because I'm the one who gave it to her when I pushed her. I never heard about a suicide note, the one that I gave before I pushed her. She wrote one, but the fact has been hidden. I'd like to know what she wrote in it. And how exactly do you suggest we investigate a suicide note? What, you think she hid a copy somewhere on campus? Actually, it seems there is indeed a copy being kept somewhere on campus. And you want us to find that copy? Easier said than done. Yes, I know. So if you can't find anything on that front, it's completely understandable. Okay, so I guess it's finally time for me to come clean and the reason why I killed Mikoto. You know the drill, guys. Let's split up, gang. I'll buzz you if I find any relevant Quacker posts. Thank you. I think I'll head to the reference room first, you know, where I killed her. Come with me, Schmip. I guess we should follow Nanami now. Let's go follow Nanami. Quack. Quack, 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 quack. First, I need to familiarise you with the story behind Mikoto. Hence why we came to the reference room. And, well, I'd like a refresher too. Let's see, I think the campus newspaper wrote something about her as 2 years ago. Here we go. Nanami fiddles with her phone and shows me the screen. She really was an accomplished kid. Amazing, huh? She placed in all sorts of contests and was always neck and neck with Kujo-kun for top grades. She had an amazing personality too. Everyone loved her. She was so amazing. That's why I enjoyed killing her most. So amazing, I was a little jealous of her. Another reason why I killed her. It might be hard to believe, but I was a tennis player too. Mikoto and I were a doubles team until I pushed her off the building. But she was a genius on a completely different level. I could never quite catch up to her, especially after I pushed her off the building. She fell faster than I could reach down and grab her. After she passed away, after I killed her, I also quit tennis through the guilt. I guess I just lost sight of my goal without killing her. Sorry to go sentimental on you. Nanami does some more searching on her phone. Guess this academy can't publish info on a suicide, huh? Maybe because I killed her. Looks like we've got no choice but to ask around again. Just don't ask me, because I'll tell you that I killed her. Rise Nanami looks up from her phone as Shun walks into the reference room. Chinasu-chan.
Hello, murderer. Are you two up to your usual antics again, murdering people and pushing them off buildings?
You know it. You up to your usual patrols, Chinasu-chan?
Yes, that's my job after all. Though I must admit it is a bit tiring to follow the same route every day.
Wow, so even you can get tired of monotony. How about I come to the roof with me and I'll show you the quickest route down to the ground.
I misspoke. Please forget what I said. I'll give my patrol route the attention it deserves today, as always.
Sure thing. I'll forget it, but only if you tell me something.
Nanami tries asking her if she knows anything about Mikoto Sasaki's suicide. Oh right, that incident. It happened before I entered the academy, so I don't know much about it. I'm sorry, I can't help you there. Now if you'll excuse me, I have to continue my patrol. Shinatsu excuses herself.
So I guess you can roll out asking any underclassmen. It's not like they'll have any new info for us. Well, guess I'll go start asking around if anyone knows why I killed her. Nanami jumps to her feet and leaves the reference room. Let's ask around about Mikoto Sasaki again for now, shall we? We can indeed. Nikko. I don't know why I've got that stuck in my head all of a sudden. Hey, you investigating New York again today? Nanami's finished showing us around campus, right? A female student starts talking to me. I'm pretty sure we're in the same class. There's something I'd like to tell you. Remember how there was a broken vase in the classroom the day you transferred in?
No.
Oh yeah, that was when Mon-chan had me use my power on Nanami to make sure it wasn't getting rusty. The truth is, I'm the one who knocked down the vase. I think Nanami was trying to cover it for me. Okay, cool. But I can't ever take the blame forever, so I have to clear up that misunderstanding. I know she can be a nuisance sometimes, but Nanami's got a real gentle side to her too. Well, that's all I want to say. See you later.
The girl says that much before leaving.
Interesting. You used your power back then, which means Nanami had to have spoken the truth.
Okay.
Whatever. Let's get a little away.
Matsubara-sensei walked back and forth.
Why don't you try asking him?
Am I stalking Mizuki-sensei? Of course not. Anyway, what are you two up to, kid? What, you're investigating Mikoto Sasaki? Cut it out, kid. You can't just investigate deceased students like that.
I gave him a Vegeta voice, didn't I? Listen, there's no point digging around in the past like that. Tons of people are still grieving, even Mizuki-sensei who tried to counsel her. Huh? That's right. Anyway, just quit it, okay?
Matsubara-sensei scuttles away, only walking sideways, like a crab.
To the cafeteria.
Try calling out to two students who were talking. Hello.
What's up?
I tried asking about Mikoto Sasaki.
Mikoto Sasaki? You mean the girl committed suicide, right? Oh, I like her. Oh, like, what about her? Why are you asking around about that dead girl?
I tell her about how the Occult Research Club is investigating the curse of Mikoto.
You always got some balls, huh? I wouldn't touch that toe with a barge pole. Like, I don't want to get cursed or anything. Knock it off. Mikoto wouldn't curse anyone. Oh, my bad. She was a friend of yours? We were just classmates, but she was a really nice girl. But why such a nice girl and kill herself? Does anyone know the reason?
I'm not sure, but probably something about that. Mikoto was dating student council president Kujo-kun, but apparently their relationship was a bit rough around the edges. Personally, I found they made a great couple, but I guess every relationship has its problems. She wasn't bullied or anything, was she? I never expected her to commit suicide or anything, probably because she was pushed off the building. That's pretty much all I know. Does that help? As I thank her and start to leave, she calls out to me. Please tell Nanami to calm down, not blame everything on the curse of Mikoto, okay? The two of them continue their conversation as I leave. The craziness. The craziness. To the rooftop. To the wall. Till the sweat drops down my...
I come up to the roof and find Yukino there. You were just thinking, oh, she's up here a lot, huh? Weren't you? Huh, well that's true. I am up here a lot. I'm gonna blow off some steam too, you know. So what are you up here for? Were you friends with Mikoto Sasaki? You came all the way up here to the roof just to ask me that? I'm impressed. Yeah, Mikoto was my childhood friend. Our mothers were childhood friends. So we've known each other since before we were even born. We used to hang out a lot, you know, in our mother's wombs and that. She always had great reflexes, and I'd always be eating her dust whenever we raced. I could never catch up to her. But there was just one time I beat her. I beat her in tree climbing. She decided to jump off the top of the tree, and I realised I was meant to just go higher. So I won. We were going to climb up a tree at the same time, to see who could reach the third branch first. I go reach the second branch, and I just froze in place. Then she started sobbing like a little baby, then I started crying too. Eventually our parents heard us and came to the rescue. They were so mad we'd do something so dangerous. It was then I learned that Mikoto was afraid of heights. Oh, okay. I don't think she ever overcame that fear. Not even after she got into high school. But if she was so afraid of heights, why would she bring herself all the way up here, climb on the fence, and then leap to her death? Because she was thrown off. Yukino's right, the fence on this roof is quite sturdy and quite tall. Oh, we got all the words from this chapter already, okay. Oh, I hate this. I hate dealing with all this gloomy stuff. Yukino leaves, wiping her tears. You're telling me someone afraid of heights jumped to their death? Apparently so. Sports field. Sports field. The field is bustling with toyo maniacs, and the track and field students are stuck with managing them. Here to spectate the crowd's dinner over there. Actually, there's something I'd like to ask you. Oh, you want to ask me about the Mikoto Sasaki-san? Alright, the cursed Mikoto. I'm actually a first year, so I don't know. I know an upperclassman who might know something though. Hold on just a sec. Senpai, do you have a moment? Someone wants to ask you something. You know anything about Mikoto Sasaki? As in the cursed Mikoto? Huh? I'm not so sure I can talk about that. You do know it's taboo to talk about Mikoto Sasaki, right? Especially in athletics. Really? Yeah, you get cursed and suffer injuries apparently. That's why everyone in athletics avoids the topic. Why do you want to know about her? I tell them about the Occult Research Club is investigating the cursed Mikoto. You're with the Orc? You might just ask Nanami. She used to play doubles with Mikoto on the tennis team, so Nanami should know more about her than anyone else. Nanami-sensei used to be on the tennis team? That bundle of energy? Yeah, she's pretty good too. Everyone had high hopes for Mikoto and Nanami as a pair in the academy. The summer tournament finals, Nanami stepped up and they ended up losing. Everyone blamed the loss on Nanami, but she didn't let it get to her. She kept going, but quit right after Mikoto committed suicide. The coach was really reluctant to let her go, but I guess it's hard to continue without your doubles partner. Wait, stop making me talk about you-know-who. If I get injured, it's all your fault, okay? Seriously? Come on, step it up, senpai. Kind of tiring to hear the same conversation over and over, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It really is, Mon-chan. You are correct, Mundo. I don't know why Sportsfield's still there, so let's try again. So, Makun hasn't gotten his times back, huh? He's never been in a slump this long before, has he? The Toyo Maniacs are gossiping about him. Looks like he's in a slump right now with his times. I'm really glad that I went back there for that. Courtyard. I find Hanoka in the courtyard. I don't know all about Mikoto Sasaki-san, sorry. Oh, but she was Kujo-kun's girlfriend, right? After she committed suicide, this scary story started spreading about the cursed Mikoto. Hanoka says see you later. Oh, Hanoka says see you later as she leaves. Now there's nobody else in the courtyard besides the old man tending to the flower beds. I don't see any other students around. Well, better go ask that guy now. Can I help you? And try asking if he knows anything about Mikoto Sasaki. Her, huh? All I know is that she committed suicide. I only recently transferred in, so I understand you're curious, but it's a bit in bad taste to ask around like topics like that. That said, it won't be good to keep her in the dark about things everyone else knows about either. He gives me a pensive look before he starts talking. It's been over a year. It was raining that day, awfully cold rain for March, you might say. I remember thinking it might even snow. I was the first to discover. Early that morning, I was walking to the courtyard when I saw a female student face up on the ground by the building. He points to an empty area surrounded by colourful flowers. That's where I found her. I still remember. She was dead, as if she had fallen. At first I thought, why would someone be sleeping there? I didn't understand the situation at first. I was in a panic. Nobody would be sleeping like that early in the morning in a place like that in the rain. So I called the police, and the investigation ruled it a suicide. She had leapt from the roof after being pushed.
The students were all terribly sad after that. But all we could do was learn from the experience and move on. You know, I too learned not to jump off of high heights without a parachute. Anyway, that's enough of that story. You should stop asking people about it too. Okay. He continues tending to the flower beds. Those flowers are beautiful. I never get tired looking at them. Okay, to the music room. Oh, perfect timing. I thought I'd run into you eventually. I ran to Shinatsu once I entered the music room. That conversation back there reminded me of something. It's about the student council president. I saw him crying in the student council room just a bit earlier. I don't think he noticed me walking in, and I felt a bit awkward, so I left. But as I was leaving, I heard him say, "Mikoto, please forgive me." I suppose he really does blame himself for the loss of his girlfriend. It must be rough. Shinatsu leaves to continue her patrol. Kurio's been mourning this whole time, huh? Apparently so. To the library. Okay. So. Oh, aren't you? It seems people already recognize my face, perhaps because I've been hanging around with Nanami a lot. You're asking about Mikoto Sasaki-san. Sasaki-san would often make use of the arts archive. She was pretty sociable. We talk a lot. She smiled about listening to the book, and she smiled as she listened to my book recommendations. Back then, she didn't seem to like someone who would even consider suicide, to me at least. Back then? Yeah, a few days before she took her own life, Sasaki-san seemed unusually out of it. When I asked her what was wrong, she said things weren't going well with someone important to her. So I suggested she go see Karen for some counselling. I would have talked to Mikoto myself, but I'm not good at all with relationship advice, you see. Sasaki-san smiled and said, "You're right, Mizuki-sensei does seem like she could help, so I'll go ask her." That was the last time I saw Sasaki-san. You think she went to Karen for counselling? Oh, sorry, I have to go apply some labels. I apologise for taking up time and step away from the counter. Guess we should head to the classroom now. Okay, cool. Oh, Kanokun, how can I help you? Oh, you're investigating Mikoto Sasaki-san? I see. What would you like to know? Has Mikoto come to you for counselling? She has. It was just before she committed suicide, unfortunately. She wanted to talk to me because she was worried about someone important to her. She seemed quite worried, so I told her, "You're both still young, so you don't need to worry about it. Take a step back and relax." I still remember that advice I gave her. Back then she said, "Thanks, that clears things up for me. I'll think about it." So I never expected her to take her own life right after that. I know it's not an excuse, but I suppose didn't take her case seriously enough since I'm not a homeroom teacher. Now then, time to ask her about the suicide note. Please show me your copy of her suicide note. You know I have a copy with me. Ah, right, you must have heard from Kagura-san. It's to serve as a reminder of my own failure. A reminder to really listen to what students have to say. Now I can't give it to you, but you may read it if you like. I nod and promise to keep the content of the note a secret and to drop it into the investigation. Drop the investigation in. It's a promise, okay? Mizuki-sensei takes an envelope out of her bag. But you think it's strange that I'd let you see someone else's suicide note just like that? Because it is. I suppose I'm a little cross with the Academy administration. A huge event happened on campus, yet they leave the students in the dark about the whole affair. So without an official explanation for closure, the students come up with the curse Mikoto of all things. A curse? That's no way to honor Sasaki-san's memory. I peek inside the envelope and find a folded sheet of paper. Mizuki-sensei nods silently. To my dearest partner, blah 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 blah. Okay, we already know that. Okay, that's fine, we knew this before. Yeah, there's no way Nanami could have read the part that she said she did. It's all too blurry. It's too blurred to read some of it, huh? Sasaki-san was holding the suicide note, but it got wet since it was raining that day. But you can kind of tell who it says from the legible parts, right? It's a letter for her boyfriend. And I place the note back in the envelope. Mizuki-sensei takes it back with the utmost care. I showed it to Kagura too, but she just hung her head and said nothing. She was good friends with Sasaki-san, so I'm a bit worried. I hope it didn't come as too much of a shock. Well, looks like we collected quite a bit of info. Want to go sort through things for now? Fuck me, words are harder, rule, son. Mizuki-sensei leaves the classroom after reminding me to keep my end of the promise.
Only Wakaba and Kujo are in the club room. Nanami's nowhere to be seen. Nanami sure is late, huh? She's probably bouncing off the walls since it's Mikoto's we're investigating. You know, she even joined the Occult Research Club for the express purpose of investigating the curse of Mikoto. It was back in May last year. Every other club member was graduated and I couldn't convince any incoming students to join. The club was in critical condition, but then Nanami joined. If it weren't for Nanami, the club would have been disbanded. Can't exactly have a one-man club, you know? So in a certain sense, the curse of Mikoto gave a second wind to the Occult Research Club. Kinda weird to think about. But Kagura didn't join the club in May that year, did she? What are you talking about? Of course she joined in May. I remember it was May because during the break I tried recruiting students in athletics and Masubara-sensei was super pissed. Then the reason Kagura joined the club couldn't have been to investigate the curse of Mikoto. What do you mean? The curse of Mikoto wasn't a thing until after Kagura had joined the club. You remember the fallen planter incident? Of course I do. The most famous incident attributed to the curse of Mikoto. How could I forget? That happened last June. And according to my research, that was the first incident. Ah, you're right, that's weird. I was sure the curse of Mikoto came first. That's the whole time I was under the impression that Nanami joined the Occult Research Club to investigate the curse of Mikoto. I guess she just genuinely likes the occult. Bam. Someone suddenly slams the door open. It's terrible. Nanami-senpai's been hurt. Okay. I'm sorry for causing a commotion. Chinatsu apologizes on her knees. It's okay, Chinatsu-chan. Really, it's all this blockhead's fault. What? I didn't do anything wrong. I just fell on the stairs, that's all. I'm so sorry. Nanami-senpai insisted she was okay, but I still panicked. Still, you let us know what happened, so it's all good. We should be thanking you. I bet Nanami just got a bit too excited and jumped off the stairs. No, I didn't, owie. Okay, it looks like you twisted your ankle a bit. But you should be fine. What on earth happened here? I was going through my usual rounds when I heard a scream. When I rushed over to see what happened, I found Nanami-senpai on the ground. What happened? It's not like you to fall over like that. I don't know, before I knew what was going on, I was falling down the stairs. Do you think it's the curse of Mikoto? Maybe I pushed myself down the stairs to kill me. Maybe she's mad since I read her suicide note. You read her suicide note? Yeah, I did. She said she was tired of trying to be a good match, so she committed suicide. Kujo suddenly out. I didn't read what he said. I skipped it by accident. We've already seen it. It's fine. It's all my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault that Mikoto is dead. I'm sorry, Mikoto. If I didn't say what I said back then, you wouldn't have taken your own life. Okay. So this is where it all goes tits up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a manual save because I'm going to get the bad ending in the next episode so you can see the bad ending. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like in the section below if you'd like to see more of this, and do subscribe to the channel as I try to upload every day. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.